Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're going to do one of the most requested things today, which is how to make cold brew. It's really simple, but you do need the proper tools in order to do it in an effective way. Now, I'm going to share a couple ways you can do it, and some ways are easier than others and some are harder than others. Now, primarily, if you're going to make a cold brew out of a coffee, they kind of recommend you do a French press grind because you want that coarser coffee. However, I use auto drip or just standard ground with Java Mama coffee because it is a thicker ground. I haven't had any issues with grounds being in my coffee or anything of that nature using both methods I'm going to show today. So I'm actually going to make cold brew out of a Christmas flavor because this one's been sitting in my inventory for a little while, and I'm like, hey, Christmas is over. And after a certain amount of time, some of the items, I'm like, okay, it's over, it's past its prime. I'd rather just push it out of here so I can get a different one. And this one was the remaining one, so then that means I get it. And it's Buddy's Brew. So this is a eggnog with gingerbread and cinnamon. You're probably thinking, Cheyenne, eggnog's over, cinnamon, ginger's over. You're right, but it's coffee, and I'm not gonna turn it down. I had a couple bags open for like vendor events and stuff, but they weren't really speaking to me. Like I had Puppy Love, which is a delicious apple coffee, and I had Awaken the Rebel, which is like a nutty blend. And Cookie Doodle. But I've had those coffees so much lately, I wanted something new. Look at that. Can you see in there? See how it's kind of a thicker ground coffee? That is going to be so nice for cold brew. So as always, everything you need is going to be right here. But I do have to explain each thing today, so go ahead and pause and screenshot. Go ahead, do it. It's kind of earlier than I would normally film, so if I feel or sound a little crazy, or if my skin looks angry at me, it's because it is, or if my natural hair is buck wild, it's just my morning me. This is what you get. I do like to use our coffee scoop as my measurement form. It looks like this. These are really handy because they also clasp the bag shut if you want to roll it. And I just use this as a measuring foundation. These are very easily accessible. They're just coffee clip spoons. If you would like one, just let me know and I can get one for you. But they are super handy in making the cold brew process for me as my form of measurement. There's two ways you can make cold brew. Now there's technically three. You can do it old school cheesecloth style, but that is going to require a little more work and a little more patience that I honestly in my morning coffee just don't have. You can get a cold brew pitcher. This is mine. She is very worn down because we've made a lot of cold brew. And I have well water, so you'll see like the harsh water lines. But this is super handy. I recently transitioned to this pitcher because I like to just leave my grounds in and just let it continuously get stronger. And I know all of you people that are cold brew drinkers are probably like, what? But I do. I like to make it almost like a concentrate. So this is my small pitcher. It's very small. Like it's like my hand's bigger than this pitcher. I got this for free actually. So I thought I would give it a try, and I really like it. I make about a pitcher every 1 to 2 days depending on my iced coffee mood. There's some days I can drink this whole thing, and some days I split it between two because I do still like to have hot coffee or tea, or I make my water, stuff like that. So there is a pitcher option. Or before I ever got a pitcher, I used cold brew bags, and these are really easy. Java Mama just recently started selling them, but these are actually from Amazon. They're little bags. You can reuse them majority of the time, even these ones, but I'm sorry, Planet Earth, I single use these. They're like a cheesecloth bag, so it's a little easier than actually making a cheesecloth bag. And you fill it, you pull it, and you tie it up and drop it in your water of choice. So it's really, really easy. I have an older video with these that I can share, or I'll link below on TikTok, where I talked about how much water I use with these and so much more. But these are a great option too if you don't want to get a pitcher, or maybe you just want something a little more cost efficient. Those are obviously going to be a recurring purchase. I believe it's about $120 for $10, and a pitcher is going to be a one-time purchase. So it really depends on how often you drink cold brew, or if you're wanting to, like I give cold brew bags away a lot, so I like to have the bags and put them in heat sealed bags. Really depends on what you're going to do with your cold brew. This is the easiest tutorial I've ever done. So I'm going to take coffee of choice. I'm using Buddy's Brew. Again, if you want to use a French press grind for a thicker ground, you can. I'm using auto drip. I've never had an issue, but it's all, again, your preference. You're going to take, if you're using a pitcher, take your filter out. If you're using a bag, get your bag ready. And I use, you're going to be like, how much do you use? 8 scoops. And I know you're probably like, whoa, Cheyenne, that's a lot, but it is the perfect ratio. I have never had it be an issue. It is so smooth. It is so great. So I use 8 scoops, especially in the pitcher, and I do the same in the bag. It is the amount of strength I want. It is the flavor I want. It is perfect. I mean, you can play around with it for your preference too. I have to concentrate. 6, 7. And this is a great way. Maybe you had a party with me and maybe your cabinets are overflowing with coffee. You're like, holy cow, Cheyenne, what do I do with all this coffee? I have so much. Cold brew is a great way to use up stockpile coffee as well, because I mean, you're drinking a lot of iced coffee. You can go through this bag easily making this concentrate. This pitcher will last me anywhere from 1 to 3 cups depending on the size of my cup as well as what I add to it for the day. See how handy is that? So then I just add my water, which I'm gonna actually go get bottled water, I think, because of the hard water lines, to just give my pitcher a break. So I'm gonna go get that real quick and add it in. Yay, we did it. So I got my water in here. Like I said, I boil water, so look at all those minerals. Can you see them? Sometimes the minerals are so thick in my water, you can see it. It is crazy. We have good well water, but still. I was gonna give it a break, but all my bottled water is outside. So if you're using a pitcher, usually it has a screw in for your filter, so you can see it's all in there. And then you also have a second threaded screw in for the actual pitcher itself. I might have gotten too much water, but sometimes you want to go slow at this portion of putting it in because you can see the coffee's already starting. You got to give the coffee grounds a second to accept the water instead of just making it like a brick because it's been shocked. Then you just screw this on. And then usually it's 18 to 24 hours before you want to drink this. You really want to give it time to brew and steep. Cold brew is so great if you have acidity issues. It helps reduce the acidity in the coffee. It helps you make iced coffee at home that is smooth and not bitter, as well as it helps not water down any of your iced coffee drinks because of course it's going to already be cold and brewed for you. So this is a very easy tutorial. That's all you need to do. Let it wait in the fridge 18 to 24 hours and you are good to go. Same thing if you're using a bag, it's 18 to 24 hours. Let it sit and let it go. Like I said, I will link the how to use the bag video down below. It will be a TikTok video, so I might upload it to YouTube for those that don't have TikTok. But it's super easy and I'm so excited to try this gingerbread eggnog coffee tomorrow, even though it's March. Perks of owning the coffee because I can literally have it whenever I want. So give this a try. Summer is coming, guys. Hang tight. The cold is almost over and you can just be sipping on your cold brew on your porch, loving the sun. Thank you guys so much for watching and let me know if you gave